Oil prices have dropped to 4-year lows as OPEC plans to boost supply, but drivers are not seeing a big drop at the pump.
Patrick DeHaan is the head of petroleum analysis at GasBuddy. He joins us now. Thanks for being with us. So why aren't we noticing the big drop at the pumps just yet?
Well, not just yet. Well, that's because of the seasonality. That is, refinery maintenance has been ongoing the last couple of months. And as refineries now finish up maintenance ahead of the start of summer and Memorial Day, gasoline inventories will likely start to reverse a decline. We saw a slight increase in gasoline inventories today. That was reported by the Energy Information Administration. That's a good start. As we get closer to summer, though, all refineries will generally wrap up their work and they'll start cranking up output of gasoline. That will help gas prices catch up to those big drops in crude oil that you've been seeing, well, as long as crude oil prices remain relatively low.
I want to ask you this because in the last week or so, President Trump has said that there are gas prices in some states that are below $2 a gallon. Are there areas where you're seeing that, and where are those areas?
Well, not unless somebody's got promotion points or some grocery points that we've seen any retailers offering a sub $2 price on the street sign. So that's something that, if you've got some points, you may be able to get. But retail prices have bottomed out, at least for now, in areas like Texas and Oklahoma. Some of the cheapest prices, about $2.20 a gallon or so. Now, the president may have been referring to the wholesale price of gasoline, something that analysts call RBOB, which is kind of the blend stock, but that doesn't include anything like taxes or tariffs or transportation and the cost of doing business.
Well, oil prices, of course, have a huge impact on the overall economy. Do you expect to see some of the lower gas prices, though, offset some of the price hikes that we're seeing due to tariffs and other issues?
Well, certainly to your point, we're expecting a bit of disinflation when it comes to what you're paying at the pump, whether that's for gasoline, diesel, or even airlines with jet fuel. Now, the economic uncertainty is also helping to lower prices as well. If that economic uncertainty, if there's more clarity on what President Trump may do with tariffs and trade, we could actually see gas prices modestly higher than where they are this summer. That's because as the economy grows under lower tariffs, we could see more consumption. Whereas if the tariffs stick, it could mean lower consumption and lower prices. So there's still a fine line on what we're going to spend this summer at the pump. But for now, average gas price in Chicagoland down 52 cents a gallon from last year. Expect to pay quite a bit less at the pump if you're hitting the road this summer.
All right, very interesting. A lot of people watching those numbers. We appreciate you, Patrick DeHaan. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
All right.